Hey, how you doing? I know it's been a really long time since I last showed my face on social media. I'm super annoyed with myself because I'm such a perfectionist. I hate people that call themselves that. But if I want to do something, I want to do it the right way. And I had this whole mindset of I have so many travels planned and I'm going on this whole holiday and I have these events happening and I would love to kind of share more of my life online. But then as soon as I got back from Japan, shit really hit the fan and I was not in the headspace or mindset to really be present online. All I had to do for the last couple of months was exist. And let me tell you, even that is sometimes too much. But I'm finally at a point where work has kind of slowed down. I'm working through whatever life is throwing my way, that I'm back. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be consistent because we all know how this worked out last time. But for now, I'm not dreading picking up a camera and talking to it. Where have I been? The last time I was really present online was Japan. I got back from Japan in April and it's now the beginning of August and everything that could have happened did happen. Not only bad things, but also a lot of good things. So let me run you through it. Something that I've touched on Instagram was that I was planning on moving to Japan. As some of you might know, I'm the founder and CEO of Oddball Talent Group, which is an influencer talent agency based in London. And during my trip in Japan, I really noticed how undervalued content creators over there are. It is very like Japanese brands only working with Japanese creators only working with Japanese brands. And with Oddball and what I've built over the last 4 years, I really saw that there was space for me in the market, aka connect my Western creators to Japanese brands and connect Japanese creators to my Western clientele. And it went so well. I had so many calls with the Japanese government. I've written business plans. I've learned the language. I've tried to translate what I can translate. I was looking at places. I have 2 cats that are sitting up there right now. And I was getting them their vaccinations because Japan is really strict when it comes to bringing pets over there. And obviously I wouldn't want to leave them. And I think I've talked myself into already mentally clocking off living in the UK. I was kind of telling myself that I'm gonna be living there anyway, so there's no point really investing into furniture, interior design, clothes, or anything that would have to bring over there anyway. And I was kind of just waiting for the okay to get my visa approved. The people I've spoken to the Tokyo Metropolitan something. They loved it. They were super fascinated by my business and by my idea of connecting these 2 markets, the Japanese market and the Western market. And I thought I had it in the bag. Like, I was told that only one other agency in the UK already has this specific visa and I would be the second one, which was such a nice like ego boost to know like, oh my God. Because I deal with a lot of imposter syndrome. I touched on this a little bit when I was packing for Japan because I feel like, oh my God, how did I turn my business into that? How have I built something so iconic, if I can say so myself? And hearing this from like external people that have nothing to do, you know, with me and saying that like, wow, like this sounds like something that could work over here was incredible to hear. However, as you can tell, I'm still in fucking London. And that's because when it came to the whole visa approval thing, even though one branch in the government said that this is like a really fascinating idea and they could see me doing something over there in Tokyo, the other branch said that they have sadly already given out enough visas and that I didn't make the cut. So, yeah, that is obviously really frustrating. I think what really hit me the hardest was that I know it wasn't me, or maybe it was and it just didn't tell me, but if they would have been like, oh, you kind of suck, bro, I at least would have known like, hey, you kind of need to chill out, you need to work more on yourself, on the business. But because that wasn't the case and it was more of like an admin issue, it really sent me into a spiral, I'm not gonna lie. This was around the beginning of June when all of this happened. I've been working on, you know, writing up the business plan and coming up with the ideas of moving over there and merging Oddball Talent Group UK and then Oddball Japan for months now, way before I even went there. And then in the beginning of June, I was told that it just doesn't really work. I celebrated my birthday, beginning of June, I turned 29, which I think is a lot more scary than turning 30. I think 30 is like when you kind of need to have your life figured out. But because I'm in my last year of my 20s, I like think to myself like, oh, why are other people your age so much more established? You know, having a relationship, are engaged, have children, not really things that are on my bucket list ever or anytime soon at least. On top of all of this, one of my parents passed away in the last 3 months. I wasn't really close with them, but it's still like a woo. okay, well, there's a person I knew all my life and they're no longer there. That is a bit weird. And it kind of rekindled some relationships with family members I was really close with growing up, but haven't really been in touch with for the last, like 7-8 years. And obviously this brought up like a whole lot of emotions and trying to navigate like a really up and down personal life while work has been the busiest it has ever been. It's not easy. So getting older, kind of losing out on my Japan dream for now at least, losing a family member, rekindling old relationships, and then, everyday struggles. Plus, having somewhat of the busiest time of my life is a lot. And I know it sounds so cheesy, but I was kind of like aching for the freedom I had while I was away. As I touched online multiple times, I haven't been on a holiday from like 2019 up until the beginning of 2026. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I just never thought that I would be let's go on a solo holiday. Would have been my thing. I am a very big homebody. I love being at home. There are weeks where I don't leave my house, which is embarrassing to admit online. But I just love being at home. And I don't think it comes from a level of laziness, but rather from like, I have everything here that I want. I have my cats here. I work from home, which obviously means I have to spend at least like 8 hours a day at home anyway. So what's the point of going out? I've been trying to recreate this feeling. So I've been on a holiday with 2 of my friends to Greece. We rented this really incredible villa. I'm gonna insert some pictures here. And I had the most amazing time. Great company, great place. We were up on a hill and we had to walk up and down every day. We had to go somewhere, which I wasn't a fan of. But other than that, incredible. I got back and literally 3 days after, I went to Italy, to Lake Como. Again, I'll show some pictures here with a friend of mine, and it was magical. It was quite literally the most relaxing, like spiritual rebranding I've ever had. It was incredible. I had such a good time. And then I came back to London and the heat wave started, and 35 degrees in London is worse than 40 degrees anywhere else. There were days where I took my laptop, laid in bed all day, had all 3 fans blasting me from every direction, which was a really rough time because work has been so incredibly busy, which is a great thing, obviously. But since I've kind of made the shift with Oddball to more focus on film, TV, and entertainment creators rather than the occasional like comedy creator and fashion and beauty and lifestyle or whatever, summer is peak season. Like especially this summer with like Supergirl and Spider-Man and all the other things that were coming out left, right, and center. I don't think I've ever been this busy. I have an incredible team of employees. Shout out Alex and Holly, who I could have not done any of this without them. And they've been so much help. But yeah, the last couple of months have just been 10-hour days minimum. And yeah, it's been a lot. But now I feel like with movie season slowly coming to an end, or at least pause until later this year with like Doomsday and Dune and yada yada yada, I have time to breathe. I have time to be Vincent, which is something I haven't really had time for a hot minute with how crazy busy work was, with all of the drams that are happening in my personal life. It is really nice to just be like, yo, what do I enjoy doing? But I think especially with getting older and having several conversations with my friends, I'm kind of at a point now where I ask myself, who am I? Like, I know this sounds like the most cliche midlife crisis ever. It's more like, what do I enjoy doing? What do I enjoy eating? What are my hobbies? Like who am I? And it is rough. Having a midlife crisis at not even 30 is mental to me, but I feel like especially over like the last 3, 4, 5 months, I've 8 years, which is insane. So I've been slowly trying to figure out who I want to be and in what version of my life I am in right now. And there are certain things I've always known about myself, like I'm a sucker for home decor and interior design, and with me now no longer moving to Japan anytime soon, I spend a good chunk of money on some furniture, which some of it is already laid out. Like I have a new sofa I'm sitting on right now, I have a new rug, and I have some new furniture in boxes which I'm gonna unpack in a minute. But I'm also learning new things about myself. For example, up until the beginning of this year, I've never knew that I enjoy traveling this much, and over the last 4 months I've been on 4 holidays. Oh, I've been to Paris as well. I didn't even mention that. Only for a weekend, but it was interesting. I'd done some shopping, walked around, took some pictures. Yeah, that's it. But with stuff like this, even a year ago, I would have never thought about booking a spontaneous trip, either with my friends to Greece or Italy, going to Paris for a weekend. And these are some things that I'm learning about myself that I really love. I love talking to myself, so why not just do it in front of a camera? 911, what's your emergency? So I think documenting my life and my travels is gonna be something I'm really interested in doing in the future. I booked China for October. I'm going to Shanghai and Beijing, which I'm really excited for. I'm a bit scared about the whole like you can't use Instagram and TikTok and Gmail and whatever, and I know you can use like a VPN and an eSIM, but my friend Usher has been scaring me. He said no, it wouldn't work, you'll be off the grid for 2 weeks, which is kind of stressing me out, but I think it's gonna be fun. I am going completely on my own. I don't speak a word Chinese. I'm just going with an empty suitcase and a dream, which is spending money on clothes and on food. So that's what's new with me. I know it's a lot for one person, especially over like 3 or 4 months, but my life has always been interesting. I took a breather the last week, but I have a few very exciting videos planned. Obviously going to Beijing, I'm going to Amsterdam. I'm trying to fall back in love with London. I feel like I've been here for 7 years now, and I'm really taking London for granted. I don't know why. London is great, saying this very lightly, but I think it's with every city you live in. Like once you kind of know the ins and outs, it's no longer a gag. But I'm trying to find new places. My route in London is mostly Soho, Supreme, Golf, Blue Post, home. There's so much more to London. I haven't been in East London since I moved here, maybe 2 years now. So rediscovering my love for like Hackney and Shoreditch and London Fields is something I kind of want to throw myself in over the next couple of weeks. But let me show you what I've been doing to my place now that I'm stuck in the UK for fuck me, God knows how long. First things first, I bought this beautiful zebra print rug I'm standing on right now for my living room. It's massive. It's like 3 times 3.5 meters. It is so nice and I love it. I think the monochrome black and white is really nice, but it's gaggy. I don't know if I can say this online. One of my favorite rugs. My friends back in the day used to make fun of me because I used to change my rug every 6 months, but this is one that I will definitely keep for a long time. I also bought my cats this very expensive real wood cat tree. They are currently napping on it right now. Hi, baby. Oh, I don't understand her. She is so frightened about everything, even myself. And I've had her since a kitten, but she's just an anxious queen. Are you? Oh, hi, baby. Told you. The light might be a bit horrific, but I have this massive box from Dust. I was looking for a round coffee table. There were a few options I loved. There was this chrome one, which was way outside my budget. And I found this one on sale. It is beautiful. At least I think it is. I haven't looked at it since I ordered it, but let's unpack it together. Doing this in 31 degrees, my apartment is 34 by the way, is not the vibe. I hate the London heat wave. You know what? It's only gonna get worse from now. Building a fucking AI data center in Shoreditch, yeah. Having me on. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. I'm gonna include some pictures and videos now. I'm out of breath. This weather is not for me. Now this is my absolute dream piece. I've been eyeing down this lamp for years now. The original is super expensive, so I found a dupe online. I am so excited to unpack it. The original is like this Italian Bauhausy floor-to-ceiling lamp with this like globe in the middle. I understand in picture now. And the dupe was quite literally a fourth of what the original costs, so no shame here. Like, get your dupes, get your fake designer. Genuinely couldn't give a fuck. So yeah, let's unpack this one. Yes! I am absolutely dripping in sweat. I'm not made for these manly activities such as building furniture. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit more of a slow and personal one and not really a vlog, which I enjoy doing way more. But I had so much to talk about and also some furniture to build. So yeah, kill two birds with one stone, I guess. I hope you guys stick around for the next couple of weeks. I have a few really exciting trips booked already and I can't wait to show you guys Shanghai and Beijing. Anyway, goodbye.